Hey, thanks for watching Dee Croy with my favorite groomer. So a lot of you folks out there that have been watching my channel for quite a while, some of you are doing your own thing with your own pets. We get a lot of calls and emails regarding tools and equipment that you've purchased or need to purchase in order to do and accomplish certain things with your animals' grooming. Now some of you, again, are groomers, some of you are not. Most of you are not. Most of you are doing grooming at home due to whatever experience your pet has had, and you want to say, you know what, I don't want my pet injured anymore, I'm going to start doing the grooming myself. It is not easy. I recommend you don't do this at home without some kind of training. I don't recommend that all you need is an online course. I think you need hands-on training before you start working with scissors, shears, or equipment like clippers on an animal. And that's just because any doctor out there has had serious training. Any barber out there has had serious training. Most cases they've been licensed to do what they do on the human side. So take that into consideration if you start working with scissors, clippers, sharp equipment that you yourself don't know how to handle. But my videos are out here to educate, to show you the public what it is and how hard it is and how easy it is and how not it is and what to do and what some ideas to do things, so you can look at it all different ways. I am in no way trying to tell you what to do, but many of you have found me and you've asked for my help. So this is where we're at. So Vicky has hired me in this situation, particularly has hired me to do an all-day grooming with her. We booked months in advance, at least a month in advance. We dedicated the entire day for her mobile grooming business so she can tweak what she was doing. She's an amazing person. She's growing. She changed careers. I mean, she's been through a lot. She's a cancer survivor. So please watch this open-heartedly. Understand that she's in business doing baths only, and in order to help her clients, accommodate her clients for grooming, she started tweaking some of the grooms because they insisted. They really trust her and they love her, what she does. So in order for her to get the training she needed where she was working before and where she has worked, it really had that animosity feel, that feeling of like not wanting to let her grow and blossom and become someone that she wanted to become, which is learning how to groom and her learning how to do certain types of things for her business. She didn't go out there advertising I'm a groomer. She went out there advertising I'm a mobile bath. And it has grown for her. And she doesn't even take new clients. I mean, she's doing really, really well with her business. But she's like, Dee Dee, you know, I am doing some of this light grooming stuff to help the clients stay on board. So how can I be better at what I'm doing? I need to know how to do faces better. I really don't know how to do faces. So she reached out to me and she had said, she's like, Dee Dee, I cannot believe that I can talk to you open-heartedly. I can talk to you without being judged. I can talk to you and I can feel your advice. And I cannot believe you're even going to consider coming and training with me and training me. And she showed up. We did some forms. We booked a session. I spent an entire day with her, early morning till late afternoon. She bought supplies for me, and that's kind of what I feel like you do. You know, she trusts me. She believed in my the way I groom, what she saw through the. I asked her, why did you call me? I said, you could have booked yourself a class in California or on the other side of Texas. I mean, why did you call me? She said, Dee Dee, on our videos, I feel like I can trust you. And I said, you know, I get that a lot. And that's maybe because you see what you get what you see. So if it's something real, I'm going to be like, hey, this is real and this is it, right? So our whole day was pretty cool. I was exhausted and all we did was faces, but we did back-to-back faces. I want to say we did 8 dogs total, plus or minus 8 or more. Maybe it was 10. I can't remember. But we did face. That's all we did was faces. I didn't know exactly where we were going to go with it. We did talk a lot about where she wanted to construct her business and where she needed improvement, and it was a lot in the faces. After the day, I think in her head she was like, wow, you know, I've never used guards before. The ones she had were something I don't really sell, but she did have the Andis magnetic guards, and I've since resold them for her as a consignment package so that I could give her a little bit of income back, because she ended up buying the guards we used all day, the wall guards, which do fit most of your situations, but I don't know. Every clipper's different, every blade's different. I don't know what you have. You might have a 1948 clipper. I don't know. So she bought the wall clipper guard set, attachment set, and she's learned so much. She said, Dee Dee, oh my gosh, I learned so much with just a few minutes with you today. You know, so it really helped her grow her business and become better at what she does. So this video is really out here to go out to her so she can rewatch everything we learned I owe it to her. It's been a few weeks since our grooming. So if this is something that it sounds like you need, wherever you're at with your business or your grooming for your own pets, take the training. If you need the training, I will be more than happy to help guide you into being better or whatever it is that you want to do, business-wise, YouTube-wise. But it is training. It is a session. You have to book it. You can go to myfavoritegroomer.com, book it on the business section. Classes like this with her, which is me leaving my whole life in salon to go work with her for over 8 hours. So if you need that, though, that is quoted out separately. Only contact me if you're serious, because I really spend a lot of time with people that are serious. I don't like to spend a lot of time with people that are not serious or unsure. That's why I say book a coaching. Book a 1-hour coaching conversation so we can see where you're at. If you are interested in investing in yourself, that coaching class is nothing compared to where you are going to be if you spend thousands on classes, okay? At least my coaching will be direct. It will be exactly for your situation. It will be pinpointed because of what things you told me about yourself. So be sure, if you want to book, go to myfavoritegroomer.com, go to the business section. The classes are there. If you need a quote like Vicki needed, you're going to have to call me. You're going to have to be serious, or email me and tell me how serious you are. If you're not right there yet, just hold back. And when you get to a place you can afford it and build your time to do something like this, then do it then, okay? Because there's a lot of people coming at me that I really want to focus my energy on those of you ready to make things happen in your world, like Vicki was. So we spent all day with Vicki. If you end up needing the tools as well, myfavoritegroomer.com, go to shears, go to clippers, go to the guard sets. Those are all under the clipper section. That's the tools she used. You'll find in the mini videos that you're about to see, in the compilation that you're about to see, this is all about faces. It was a dry run as far as hair cutting. All we did was stop by and do faces. There was no bathing, there was no drying, there was nothing that makes that cleanup happen really well. So if you're watching this, understand we just drove around and did faces, and then she was going to go back and do the grooming later, or had already done a grooming and held out on the faces just for this session. The session was long, man. It lasted all day. She has a beautiful, beautiful groom trailer. I mean, it was super nice. She was a great person. So I appreciate you, Vicki, for booking with me. I'm glad you learned so much in the sessions that we did. Some of the things I taught her, just simple techniques that she needed, just someone she could trust that would not judge her, to come in and just really work with her and direct her in some of her hand movements. She's going to do practice every day from that point on, but that's not the case. She needed someone she could trust, wouldn't judge her, and that's key in an industry where there's not a lot of licensing, not a lot of requirements. People are just getting up their tools and going out there and doing whatever they want to do and trying to learn online, which to me, you can watch videos all day long, but to actually physically go and work with people's pets, you need to have some training. You need to have some hands-on training with someone you trust. So if you need that, contact me. Our number is 817-676-1585. You can go to myfavoritegroomer.com. Please contact me once you are actually serious about making moves like this. All right, thanks a lot. I hope you enjoy watching. Okay, here we go. So can bring the ear up here.
You're still going reverse.
I am.
Okay. I used to do their heads with a longer blade than their bodies, but I stopped that. So now I just do the head with the same blade as I do the body.
Okay, you can do that.
Okay.
So if you did, let's just say
Four.
this, right? If you 4 guard down or 4 blade?
Blade.
4 blade. So this is going to be probably where you were at. Oh, the 4 blade.
Yeah.
So I hate the 4 blade and I hate the 5 blade because they leave it a little choppy.
Yeah.
So I have found my guards leave it about the same. And it just it's like the blade sometimes. If you are using a 4 blade, it's hard to get through the coat. Coming in here. So the face and your head, if you had a clock here, do a 3 to 5 minute face. Okay, 3 to 5 minutes is where you kind of time yourself, because you spend 20-30 minutes.
No, that's
Yeah. So now I'm gonna come down. Right here where you can see all that on her face, I'm going to come down.
Yeah.
And she's got a little fat here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to come down here. I'm also going to move this.
She's not going to move on the table.
Oh yeah, she's doing good. And it wouldn't hurt. Go ahead and take my 4 guard here. And just come in right here where that fat is. You're not going to be able to really tell anyway. And then you're going to blend it here. Because I'm coming in just after a haircut already. So I'm not trying to go back and give her a whole nother haircut, but
Yeah,
I'm going to try to make it like it's not blunt.
Yeah.
Same thing here. I'm going to 4-guard it down here so it blends in. Not too much sticking out. Hi. Hi, you're so cute. So I did reverse a lot, right? Now I can come back with my 4 down to clean it up a little bit.
Yeah, that's really what she needs.
Here, if I'm going down, but I see hair it won't go through, just real quick forward reverse. Get that to go through your guard. It's not gonna. You're not gonna be able to tell like, oh, she didn't. You know.
Yeah.
Like this stuff, get that instead of getting your scissors out. If it's like not it's not cooperating with you, just go reverse a little bit.
Okay.
See, we're halfway done here, aren't we?
Mhm.
And we didn't have to do a lot of hand scissoring, right? And we're in like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
That's what I wanted. I mean, I'm not good at scissoring. I'd rather do everything with clippers.
Well, see, the thing about scissoring is that I would notice I would do this and it wouldn't be even, so I'd be fixing it, and it's not even, and I'd be back and forth, and that would take me 15 minutes.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so now I'm actually take my 10, and I've got a good chin hair here.
Yep.
I'm going to lightly bring all this back, because they said no eyelashes. I'm going to come down here. Actually, I'm going to come back here in a minute. Let me clean this out right here. I'm just skimming.
Yeah.
Here I'm going to do an inverted V.
Yeah.
Hi, yeah. I'm going to turn that off. I am in a very much a habit of always, that's why I like these, because it's like this, like a guitar playing, a guitar's on and off. Mm-hmm. And that keeps this real cool, okay?
Yeah.
If I'm moving away from the body, always turn off your clippers.
Yeah.
Now come back, because you want to clean up that nose pretty, no, you're good. I know, does it tickle a little bit? Does it tickle?
A lot of times, in fact, most of the time, I use my little Bravo minis for right in that space.
Okay, that might work really good for you. I don't have one of those, so I probably would use that if I had it.
Yeah, well,
let me see,
right
are they
there.
Right here, these?
Yeah. It works really well.
There's nothing that you can do about that mole there.
No.
Okay, there's nothing you can do.
No.
So don't worry about it.
Just got one on the other side too.
This is like flare-up. This look like allergy flare-up actually. Does it bother you? Does it bother you? Yeah. I know, right? She has one over here too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking this looks great.
Mm-hmm.
Just clean that up a tad bit. What do you think?
Yeah.
Look good so far?
Yep.
I'm just going to hand scissor a tiny bit down here.
I often wonder too about cleaning up, their mouth area where it gets stuck in their teeth.
Oh yeah, okay. Okay, so if it's dry, I do this leave-in conditioner. You can do this if you get a lot of static, but this stuff is real soft anyway. It smells pretty good, but that's mostly for the softness of it. So right here, if you got this, I call this like to move the hair around. I'm gonna just move that around out here. So right now, this is all really long.
Yes.
What would you normally leave it?
No, I don't like to leave it. I like to trim it up, to get it out of her mouth.
Yeah, it should be out of her mouth.
It looks neater and better.
I'm just going to come in down here and just round off this here.
Yeah.
You can see how wet that is right there. I'm going to show you something else that I do with that area. Obviously watching their licking.
Yeah, oh yeah.
because it is a little dry, once you get into winter,
Mm-hmm.
that's why some of this is sticking out, because it's playing around with the static. It doesn't need to be a wet face, but you kind of want it not sticking out, because then it's like, well, is that they're going to be sticking out with this no static, you know, and then you cut too much maybe. So just play around with the static problem. And here, sometimes you got fat. Be careful what you are cutting.
Mm-hmm.
Know what you're cutting.
Mm-hmm.
See, every time she moves her face, it kind of comes out. So go ahead and make a mess of it, so you know what to take. Because when she leaves here, it might stick out in the house.
Sure.
It's not too bad like that. Let's get all this out of here.
Oh, I've got a very small pair of scissors that I would use for that. If you want.
Yeah, I'm going to use 10.
Okay.
Does that tickle? I know, right? I know it. Okay, she doesn't like that. Okay, hold on, let me see. I'm gonna cut that mole off while I'm here. Just kidding.
Yeah, that's a new one.
Is it?
Yeah, I just told the owner about that one a couple of weeks ago.
What are you doing? Are you licking a lot?
Groom
Don't lick
before
a lot,
last.
because I gotta get all that out of there. No. And then you can also use thinning shears here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just eating it on me. Good girl. Okay, let me see.
Okay. Well, you basically do that the same way as I do. Again, none of these faces have been touched, you know.
Yeah, that's fine. This is all wet here, so I know it's staying wet for whatever reason. I'm going to go ahead and just take that out of there.
Yeah.
And right here, it always drools out here.
Yep. And
So
they
you-
get food stuck
Yep,
right there.
absolutely. So
Yep.
you can cut this out here.
Yep.
Like right here, it's telling you that it gets wet a lot right there. This one's not that bad, this side here. Are you kissing me? Yeah? You're so cute. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see this here. I'm gonna check with the comb, make sure there's no snags in there. Okay. Let's see where we're at here. Let me see if this goes up more.
Oh, yeah. You can just rake this stuff in the floor. It's fine. We'll get it later. I've got a vacuum in here. I'm like you. I like to keep my surface clean.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Definitely. Like, that's why I said this is driving me a little bit crazy.
Is it?
I don't keep my trash can right underneath my table because I don't have room for that.
Space for that, yeah. So you could cut these. I probably wouldn't. Unless it's really out in your way. The whiskers that are there.
Yes.
You can cut them, but if you haven't ever known this, but if you cut them, it does become a needle. So if you got kisser facers.
Oh yeah, real strong. Yeah.
I'll just so like
Horsehair.
that stuff. I'll just leave it there. Oh, that guy's under. We're gonna get all that out. Okay. Oh no, come on. You're just eating it, girl. Let me see. Okay. I thought we were done there, but that was a big spot right there. Okay, let me see if I like this puffy stuff going on here. I'm going to bring that down and around.
Okay.
Don't lick. Don't lick yet. Yeah, don't lick yet. See, down and around?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay.
Right? What do you think?
Yeah.
I don't want to cut that whisker, but I might have to.
Yeah, those whiskers on some dogs, they really
Really
go
out there.
crazy. Yeah. Okay, well, these are just things I just didn't know I could do. And the face would still look all right.
What do you think? Does it look okay?
Yeah.
I think it looks good.
What about her ears? Now, I didn't trim her ears at all either. And I probably wouldn't trim them, but just a tiny little bit.
Well, it depends on what they've said. Have they ever said, don't trim my dog's ears? Have they ever
No,
said
they've
that,
only
or-
said don't trim her tail. It's the main thing on this one.
Really?
Yeah. Every time I would tell somebody, okay, now I've hired this groomer, we're going to come back on Friday. And she goes, but they all immediately thought, oh, you've hired a helper, great. No, not exactly.
I would just say I'm furthering my education.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
Did you say that?
Yeah.
They're like,
I said,
oh, you
it's
got
like
a helper.
It's like continuing education for me. Oh, okay. Okay.
So here, if you've been leaving the ears, great. But believe it or not, if I took these ears, which I'm not, down to this is absolutely cute. So if you ever have an issue like, hey, can I play? If you have a client that lets you play with it, ears take a lot longer to grow out.
Mm-hmm.
But if you come down with this and cut this like this, imagine
Round.
this down here and down here to the leather.
Mm-hmm.
You can leave it fluffy. You don't have to, but you could also take it down too, just like the top to 2 guard down.
Mm-hmm.
Cut this here. It's so cute. It like
Yeah.
makes their ears so light. So
Yeah.
whenever they have a reaction, their ears are like, what? You know, and it's just so cute.
Yeah.
So here I would probably leave them because they're pretty, but I would just round them, just trim them just a tad.
Yeah.
You probably do that anyway.
Yeah.
But if ever she lets you play with it, take that 2 guard down and then trim to the leather. Just make sure you try not to cut the meat of the body. See how you got static here? So I'm gonna do this. Just a little bit. So you can work with it. It's not have to be soaking wet or anything.
Yeah.
And then if they say anything, just say we went ahead and Dee Dee likes to keep it short there because any of the hair going in the mouth actually rots the teeth.
Yeah, exactly.
So if they say like, oh, I don't know about that, just say, well, that'll
Oh.
grow out, but
They're not going to say nothing
I don't
about
think
that.
so. I think that looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna just top this off since I kind of went over here and did the same thing. And then it doesn't hurt to just kind of come down and squat with her
Mm-hmm.
to see is this level. And since her ears are pretty long, I know there's no meat there, but if
Yeah.
ever you're doing the ears, always make sure you're holding the meat so
Yeah.
you don't hit the meat.
Gotcha.